So Collision is tonight. Look, the whole card's already announced, and it's fucking stacked for a Collision. I'm really excited. Yeah, a lot of stuff. The main event, I cannot wait for. I didn't realise this was the main event for this week. It just kind of surprised me this morning. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing we have is the Brawling Birds in action. Probably another squash match, putting on, putting the entire division on notice. Could be Mayan and Higher World, maybe, I don't fucking know. It could be anyone. The Inspiration feel like a good call, but they feel like they should have their debut pre-announced. I don't know. Whoever they give, they're gonna win. Should be fine, should be fun, and just as long as they just kind of get them going, because I enjoyed the small show out. I would prefer if it was a bit more time, like they give it a bit more time. But if not, that's fine. Yeah, but as long as we're getting Jamie Hayter and Alex Winter on the card, I'm not gonna complain. Feels like this really putting some eggs behind them, so let's see what they do with that. So after this, we actually have Tommaso Ciampa with a match against Jay Lethal singles 1v1. And this will probably be, trying to get Ciampa's momentum, keep going, see what he's like, in the singles division. I would personally have him win. Jay Lethal's like a good competitor for him. I just don't feel like Jay Lethal's a guy who you're going to go, oh, he's a real contender for the belts and stuff. He's not. But it's a good starting point after losing the belt, and I'd be having been off for like 2 weeks. So it feels like a good call. I'm just excited to see Ciampa again. I feel like it'll be interesting to see how he responds to losing the belt in terms of his in-ring stuff. Not that anything needs to change. The presentation's killer. I just want to see how it really it feels. But either way, Ciampa should win. Jay Lethal's... It's nice to see Jay Lethal getting, now and again. I'm surprised it's not Scorpio Sky. I'll be completely honest. But it just feels like more of a Scorpio Sky match. But either way, Jay Lethal, Tommaso Ciampa, I think there might be some history there with Ring of Honor. Don't quote me on that. But either way, should be a good matchup. Honestly, it should be a fun match. Ciampa, I'm just happy to see the guy, and I really like him. So after this, we actually have a 4v4 match. The Don Callis family and the Death Riders going at it again. We have in the Don Callis family this time Lance Archer, Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta, which is nice to see Trent. I haven't seen him in a while. I was thinking about him the other day, weirdly. And Josh Alexander versus Pac, Garcia, Yuta, and Claudio. I really like this. I feel like this will be more fun. Not that, Moxley and Takeshita on in it. I'm obviously a big fan of those two. Some of my favourites. But it just feels like this will be... I don't know. It just has a different vibe. And I really like it. I feel like 4v4 as well. Instead of a 3v3, it sounds better. Lance Archer being in ring again. That's nice to see. I really like Lance Archer in ring. I think he's a great wrestler. Doesn't get the credit. Same with Trent. Same with Rocky. Alexander is one of my favourites. And then everyone on the Death Riders is phenomenal. They should be great. They should still be setting up Anarchy in the arena or whatever they're going to do. But... honestly, just let them cook. This could be the meat of the card, and I'm not going to complain. I assume Moxley might be on commentary for this. It feels like Mox and Callis, or whoever, one of them will be on com. But either way, this match should be fun. As long as they give it time. This is the one I think I really need the time. Normally, I'm not like happy with a bunch of matches that have like the main things about the card, but this one feels necessary. But either way, this should be really good, and honestly, I cannot wait to see where this leads. I was going to say El Clon not being there is weird, but he had the match with Moxley, obviously, midweek, so I'm not going to complain. Either way, I'm really looking forward to this one. I want to see where this leads off to for everyone involved, so this could be fun. Hopefully a Revolution match. So, after this, we have Toni Storm versus Zeta Steele in a women's singles match. Toni getting a singles match again feels good. Does feel good. Zeta Steele, I've heard a lot about Zeta Steele. I don't watch Ring of Honor, so I can't really say what she's like on there, but I've heard she's good, and I've seen her about a few times now since she's debuted on AEW, and she's not bad. She's good. There's something there. She had a match with Marina Shafir not long ago, and she actually didn't do bad, so hopefully there's another impressive show out for the woman. Hopefully that's what I'm really after with this one. But in terms of, in general, with Toni, I mean, you'd assume Toni wins this. I didn't even predict who wins last time. It doesn't matter. This one, I feel like Toni wins, obviously, but Zeta Steele... Again, the main thing I want about a lot of these matches, I like them to have time, and I think Zeta Steele could use a lot of time here. But if it's similar to how they did with Marina Shafir a couple weeks ago on Collision, it'll work. So getting a match against Toni, and since she's debuted, is really fucking good. I'm really happy about this. And honestly, I assume Toni's going to call out Marina or... yeah, probably Marina or someone. So there you go. So probably setting up something for Revolution. But either way, this should be fun. So after this, we have a tag match. We have Proto Carter making their tag debut versus Top Flight. Action Andretti. Not Action Andretti. It's Dante Martin and Darius Martin. That's it. And yeah, I assume Proto Carter are gonna win. This will be funny as hell. Takeshita is good. I hope Takeshita shows up at the end of the match. I really do. Obviously, he was in New Japan, but we'll talk about the New Japan event another time. But I think this will be fun as hell. I think it'll be funny more than anything. I hope we get a backstage segment between the two. Hopefully we get Takeshita there. That could be fun. But this should be funny. Hopefully, maybe they set up some tension. I don't know. I don't feel like they will. I think Okada will steal a pin or some shit. That's what they'll probably try to do. But honestly, I'm just looking forward to how funny this shit's going to be. To be perfectly honest, I think this shit's going to be hilarious. So I cannot wait for this. I'm happy to see Dante Martin back. I like Dante Martin. Darius Martin's okay. Dante Martin's really good. So him versus Kyle, I think I have it a few weeks ago as well. So that should be really fucking good. But this match could be a highlight of the night in whatever sense, in ring or just entertainment. It's going to be fun as hell. So we have two here from sections. We'll hear from Tekla, the new women's champ. Thank God. It feels about fucking time, frankly. And it should still have happened on Dynamite. But I hope if she's just going to call out Thunder Rosa, hopefully it's not a vignette. Hopefully it's an in-ring promo. That's what I'm after. I think it should be an in-ring promo. Because I think the way Tekla speaks, she can handle herself. And that promo after Thunder Rosa's match the other week, "You dumbest bitch alive." God, she's hilarious. I really like Tekla. I didn't realize I liked her this much. She's fucking brilliant. Give her time, let her cook, and let her just... This should be like a celebration type of thing. I think this would be funny as hell. I love Tekla, and Thunder Rosa and Stat's probably getting interrupted at some point. But either way, this should cook. I really like Tekla on the mic. She's really good. But after that, we'll hear from MGF following the stipulation announcement of Texas Death on Dynamite with Hangman for Revolution. And Max put a tweet out saying, let's get this shit sorted out. I think it's going to be a vignette. I do. I feel like he's just going to be complaining, saying, this shouldn't be working round. But he would probably try and get a way out of it, because Collision's Revolution's still like 2 weeks away, so they probably set up a segment with Dynamite next week, because that feels natural. But either way, it should be good. I mean, it should be. I think it's going to be a vignette. It feels like it's going to be a vignette, but hopefully it's not. If it's not, I'll be very surprised and very happy with that surprise. But I think they're going to try and lead this into a Dynamite for Max to try and get like a bribe or some shit out of to try and get out of the Texas Death, which I love when Max is like that. I think he's hilarious. So after this, we have the Sisters of Sin, Sky Blue and Julia Hart versus Stat and Thunder Rosa following last week. I assume this is how the Tekla, we'll hear from Tekla segments is going to bleed in. I feel like that's a good segue for it. I think the Thunder Rosa and Stat should win. I do. I feel like that's a necessary thing to give more believability for Thunder Rosa versus Tekla at Dynamite next week. But I feel like if they had the Sisters of Sin win, or like the match just gets abandoned due to like a Tekla interference or whatever, that could work too. Whatever way they go with this could work. I just hope, one, they make Thunder Rosa not look bad. I think Statlander should absolutely destroy the pair of them. I think Statlander should be pissed, and I think Tekla should have some involvement. If Tekla's on commentary, take my fucking money. I adore that idea. But in general, this will be fun. I think it'll be more... I don't think the match will be too engaging. I don't mind the Sisters of Sin. I feel like if Thunder Rosa and Sky Blue get a few minutes, hopefully Sky Blue's allowed to be a bit more... I prefer Sky Blue as a singles than a tag 100%, because she's got that bit more brutality. But with Julia, she's a bit different. It feels like she's a different wrestler. So hopefully if they have a single moment with her here in Thunder Rosa, it can be hard hitting. Obviously with Stat too. But either way, Stat's in the match. She's going to make shit work anyway. But yeah, I think Tekla will either interfere with this match and get it cancelled, or it'll bleed from the Tekla segment. That's what makes the most sense to me. And our main event is fucking insane. We have Tomohiro Ishii versus Andrade El Idolo. Fucking insane, bro. I don't think Collision's live, because Andrade just competed in New Japan against Yota Tsuji, which I've not watched. I've got it. I'm going to watch it. I purchased it. I'm going to watch it today. But I can't wait to watch that, and I can't wait to watch this. I thought Ishii was injured last week. God, no. Oh my God, this is all time. I cannot fucking wait for this. I cannot wait. This should fuck. For a TV match for free? Oh, Jesus. Oh, I love it. I love everything about this. Ishii, it's like, this is a match where it's like, okay, no, this will cook. Easy. Andrade's on phenomenal form and phenomenal wrestler. Ishii's just fucking incredible. Oh my God, it works. All of it works. I cannot wait for this. This is one of the most anticipated Collision main events I've had in a while. I can't lie. I think it's going to be really, really good. I think as long as they give it more than 15 minutes, I'm happy. But even then, 15 minutes for this type of match where Ishii's a very strong style, you know, lift you up type of wrestler. Andrade is just so agile and you can kind of blend that line. It just reeks of a classic for me on Collision. Reeks like of a really, really good TV match, and I will not be surprised if this is easily match of the night. Not even just match of the night, easily match of the night. This should be incredible. I think Andrade wins. I think it's the natural call to make Andrade win. Favour that feud because Ishii's in the conglomeration, Bandido's conglomeration adjacent. Can't have them face off, which, by the way, oh my word, if we get a Bandido and Andrade face off again with that shot where Bandido's pointing at him, oh my god. Bro, I do not understand how they've just reached this peak like that. It's that good of a fucking matchup already. Everything about it. I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait for Collision, but I cannot wait for this match specifically. Gee, it feels pay-per-view worthy to me. It's insane. So yeah, that's Collision's card. It's all out for me this week, which is great early on. But yeah, I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait for this entire Collision, but that main event specifically, Jesus, it's insane. But Death Riders versus Callis Family, obviously, pros of card debut, some promos. Honestly, this could be a fun card. If they nail it, which it looks like they can on paper, this could be really good. It could be a nice, smooth sailing Collision with a lot of consistency and a lot of enjoyable. Collision's been on a tear recently, but it has the odd little dip in form. This should be incredible. I cannot wait for this Collision. It looks great. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Collision preview this week. What do you think, and how excited are you for Andrade versus Ishii, or other matches that you're looking forward to? Because I think that main event is disgustingly good. I cannot fucking wait to watch this.